Welcome back, you lovely people. In today's video, we'll take a look around the markets and around the news in crypto. But before we get started, please do go over and smash the like button. It really helps more people see these videos. What is the big news of today? Well, that is Tesla once again. And obviously, this is a very beautiful car, but I think even more beautiful is this button that's now being added to the bottom right to pay in Bitcoin. Of course, we knew this was coming because it was announced a few months ago by Elon Musk, but it is now live in the US and heading into other countries soon. And let's have a look at what Elon Musk actually said, because I think it's really interesting. He tweeted, "You can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin." Just seen that. It's this that's really I talk about looking for signal over noise. There's a lot of noise out there in the market with climate change and China and whale manipulation and all sorts. And we need to really look through that and try and find the signal. And this is signal. Tesla is using only internal and open source software and operates Bitcoin nodes directly. Bitcoin paid to Tesla will be retained as Bitcoin, not converted to fiat currency. So what does that mean? Many companies who are taking Bitcoin as payment use third-party payment providers who sit in the middle. And those payment providers, generally what they do is they get the Bitcoin and they immediately sell it into fiat currency. Tesla have built their own infrastructure. Of course, they've got the resources to do that. However, they understand the picture. And what is the picture? That is that they're trying as much as possible to avoid fiat currency. Of course, they will still take payment in fiat currency, but if they're able to take payment in Bitcoin, they want the capability to take that Bitcoin and just put it into cold storage as soon as possible and onto their balance sheet without having to go through fiat currency. They understand what is happening and where the direction of travel is. This wasn't expected, as far as I'm aware, and it's really great to see because now there will be other CEOs, CFOs who are paying very close attention to what Tesla and Elon Musk are doing, and we'll be starting to replicate that. You're going to be having companies all around the world accepting Bitcoin, but not only that, they're going to be building their own infrastructure so that they can operate as much as possible in Bitcoin. And like I've been saying on a few of the Monday Ask Me Anythings, we are transitioning to a Bitcoin world away from fiat currency. We're in that transition right now, and each one of these announcements, each one of these moves is a step in the right direction. And the opposite to that is the old school legacy system, particularly the financial system. Deutsche Bank CFO, Bitcoin is now too big to ignore. So for the past 5 years, whilst everybody else has been preparing for the digital Bitcoin and crypto world, Deutsche Bank are just waking up and realizing what's going on. And of course, everybody else is already moving, so they're going to have some catching up to do. Let's have a quick look at the market. Bitcoin is up 3.4% right now. It was up nearly 5% today. We've had this downward sloping channel in. This looks really bullish. Look at the direction. We're going up and to the right. Of course, that's what we want to see. We are consolidating in this channel. This is really bullish price action. Even when we had the sell-off, we just came down into the bottom of the channel into our upward sloping trend line here. And now we've bounced off of it. Earlier today, we came up into the top of the channel. We're now consolidating under there and waiting for our next move. So only a couple of things should happen from here. Either we head back into the trend line and then resume upwards and break the channel, or maybe we break the channel straight away. They are definitely the two favored options given the price action. Now, of course, there is a third option and we may break to the downside. And if we do break to the downside, we'll be looking towards these levels around $45,000. Right now, it feels like we are forming a base for that next leg up. And we've been saying that a lot recently, but the longer we remain in this sort of price action, then the more violent the move to the upside is likely to be. I'm just going to turn my light on. It's getting a bit dark. That's better, thank you. And it's been a bit like this recently. We keep expecting Bitcoin to go to the moon, and then it starts selling off again, and then we have to think about going and getting a job at McDonald's. And the past week or 2 weeks has been sort of like that. However, we do know what's coming next. We know that there's a move to the upside next. Even if we have to sell off to 45,000, that would make the next leg up even more incredible. But our base case is that we move up from here towards the $80,000-$90,000 level. As soon as we break out this channel and make that new all-time high, then we'll start talking about that some more. And look, this news coming out of the White House, I'll read this out. Joe Biden White House leaks details of its next spending blowout, $3 trillion for infrastructure. So another $3 trillion going to be heading into the market. And a growing number of investors believe the Federal Reserve will soon launch a yield curve control operation to prevent gapping yields on 10 and 30-year bonds. I won't go into too much detail on bonds. However, this is extremely bullish for assets, particularly Bitcoin, also gold and silver. Bond yields have been going up because the market expects inflation, and the market expects that at some point the Federal Reserve will have to put their interest rates up. It's just not going to happen. The country is already bankrupt. If they put up the rate of interest now, then the interest that they'd be paying on that debt would completely destroy the US economy and therefore the global economy. I don't believe that they are quite ready to do that yet, probably another couple of years. So what they're going to do is more quantitative easing, more bond buying, more inflating asset prices, and more manipulating interest rates down. All of that is one of the primary reasons why Bitcoin has gone from 4,000 to 56,000 in less than a year. And this is almost certainly going to happen. It's the only way that they can keep the genie in the bottle, so to speak. And as soon as this does happen, this will be absolute rocket fuel for Bitcoin. Around the rest of the crypto market, Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot are kind of looking at Bitcoin. They're all just hanging in there and waiting for Bitcoin to make its move by the looks of it. Kusama's continuing to go for its moon shoot. That's really well done to all those that are holding Kusama. Binance Coin is similar to Ethereum, Link, Polkadot, Binance Coin. You've kind of got, I assume Cardano is the same. Let me have a look. Where's Cardano? ADA. Yeah, Cardano's lagging a little bit, but you have the top 10 cryptos outside of Bitcoin that, to me, look and feel like they're waiting for Bitcoin to make this break. And I believe that when Bitcoin does make this break, potentially when it takes out the all-time high, then those top 10 cryptos are going to slingshot past and make some massive moves. That's what it feels like to me. Some of the smaller cap cryptos have been performing very well. Looking down here earlier, like Matic is up 11%, TVK 15%, Rarible 30%. So there's still some very healthy moves. Engine 20% that are happening. We're still very much in alt season, but we are expecting some more explosive moves to happen soon. And I know that one heavily requested crypto is Theta. So I just wanted to have a look at Theta because everybody's been talking about it. It's broken into the top 10 cryptos. And yeah, Theta is certainly has been going to the moon now for certainly March has been incredible for Theta. Let me have a look at that. So up, Theta was up 400% in a couple of weeks, in 3 weeks, pulling back a little bit. Is this a good entry on Theta if you like the project? Well, we've gone up a long way, of course. We're currently off 14%, so not the worst entry. Better to buy it there than buy it at the very top, of course. And it's very hard to say when something has gone up this far and this quickly. Let's have a look at the market caps. So Theta is already number 9 market cap at $13 billion. It's very, very punchy market cap, even above Chainlink, and almost aligned with Uniswap. So very hard to say. It's gone up a lot. I know a few people have been asking me. Certainly, if you do like the project, and I've been asked about it on the Ask Me Anything on Monday about how to research altcoins. And for end user products such as Theta, which is a streaming service on the blockchain, my best recommendation is that you go and try it. You head over and you watch some live streams, or preferably you set up some live streams of your own and compare it to Twitch and make your own judgment about whether you think that it will be able to take a large percentage of the market share from Twitch. You see, that's harder to do with some other altcoins, but for those end user altcoins, then that's definitely the best way of researching. So it doesn't look like the worst entry here, although Theta is already very expensive in terms of market cap. If you did pull back even more, let's say 30% into about $10, that would be a nice entry there. But as well, if you're just looking to get exposure and looking to get involved in Theta, then this could be a good entry. But overall, I must say, still, the market is looking very, very bullish. This channel is holding up really nicely. We're building a really, really lovely base here, just under the all-time high. I couldn't be more bullish right now on the market. There is news coming out left, right, and center. Well, there are notifications left, right, and center of big outflow exchanges in terms of Bitcoin and some other altcoins. That means institutions making big purchases and taking them offline. All very bullish for the next leg up, which we expect to see quite soon. I am very bullish on the next few days and going into the weekend. Of course, we can definitely be wrong when we're talking about the very, very short term. However, our lean at the moment is very much to us making a move up very, very soon. So thank you for sharing these videos, which I know a lot of you have been doing. Please do that as much as possible. And I will certainly be catching up with you tomorrow. Take care.